Hi everyone and welcome to English with Miss V. So today it's all about conjugating common verbs in English, of course. So I have chosen the most common verbs that we use in English. Those verbs are be, have, do, and go. These are so important to learn because you always need to know how to speak about who you are, what you do, what you have, and where you want to go. So it's important to know how we manipulate these verbs to make sure that they make sense in our sentences. So if that's something that you want to improve on, then take out a notepad, a pen, and something to write with and take down some notes. Okay, let's look at the first verb. Now remember, we're talking about the present tense, okay, in this instance. So let's talk about the verb to be. All right, so if we want to conjugate to be, this is what we would do. We would say, I am, you are, he or she or it is. So for that one, they all use is. We would say, he is, she is, or it is. Then we say we are, they are. Let's go through those again a little bit faster. I am, you are, he, she, it is, we are, they are. So that is how we conjugate the verb to be in the present tense. Now, of course, that's an irregular verb, okay? We don't say I be, you be. Remember, it's I am, you are, and so on. Write these down in that notepad of yours. It'll be really helpful later. Let's look at some examples of using the verb to be in different scenarios. So you can say, I am happy. She is a teacher. We are friends. So just a couple of examples for the verb to be used in different scenarios. Write those down. Okay, let's talk about the verb to have, all right? Very important one to know, all right? Again, we're in the present tense. We're leaving past tense for now, so stay with me in the present tense. So we're talking about to have, all right? So we would say, I have, you have, he, she, or it has, we have, they have. Let's do that a little bit faster now. I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, they have. Again, write those down. You're going to need them. All right, let's look at some examples of using the verb have in different situations. So you could say, I have two sisters. He has a car. They have a dog. Pretty easy. Let's move on. Now, to talk about doing, all right, the verb to do. Another important one. Remember, I said these are the most common verbs in English, I think, all right? So, again, we're in the present tense, so stay with me there. Let's look at how we conjugate do. All right, so we would say, I do, you do, he, she, or it does. So you would say, he does, she does, it does, we do, they do. So the only one that changes here, everyone, is this one here, the he, she, or it does, okay? All the others are do, 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 do. So pretty simple, okay? The only one that changes is this one, all right? Let's say that really fast now. I do, you do, he, she, it does, we do, they do. All right, moving on again. Some examples that you could say for using the verb do. So you can say, I do yoga. She does her homework. They do the dishes. All right, so we've got I do, she does, they do. Okay, write those examples down. All right, and our last very important verb that we must learn off by heart is go. The verb to go. Again, present tense. So, we have I go, you go. He, she, or it goes. We go, they go. Again, this is very similar to the verb do because only this one changes. All the others are go, 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 go. Just this one is goes. And you'll notice that even the spelling was similar for does. Different sound, goes, does. However, it's the same in many ways, okay? So we've got he or she or it goes, and all the others are go. So that should be an easier one to remember because only one changes, okay? Let's have a look at some examples of using go conjugated. So we have I go to school. He goes to the gym. We go shopping. Write those down, everybody. So we've got I go, he goes, we go shopping. Okay? All right, it's time for a very quick practice. Let's see how you go. Now, I want you all to say your answers out loud. You know that I'm a very big fan of speaking the language out loud so that it really stays in your brain. It's the best way to learn English, is to say it out loud. Write it and speak it. So whatever your answers are, say them out loud, okay? So I've already put the verb here that you need to conjugate. You just need to know what the verb needs to change to fit in here and make the sentence make sense. So for example, the first one, he to work at 9. So would you say he go to work at 9 or he goes to work at 9? If you want, you can pause on this page here and you can go back to the conjugated, okay? So if I want to say he to work at 9, what would I say? Well, here it's he and we use goes. So I know that the answer is goes. He goes to work at 9. Write that sentence down, say it out loud. Again, if you want, pause me here and write down the answers to these questions and then we can mark it together, all right? The next one, the verb is have. So what would we conjugate that to so that it makes sense in this sentence? I, 2 brothers. Would we say I have 2 brothers or I has 2 brothers? Definitely not I having 2 brothers. Again, go back to your notes if you wrote them down and try and find the right answer. I have 2 brothers. So if you wrote down have, give yourself a tick. I have 2 brothers. The next one, the verb is be. They at home now. So go back, remember what or how do we conjugate be? Let's have a look. I am, you are. He, she, it is. We are, they are. Okay, so let's have a look at our question now. We have they at home now. Would you say they be at home now? No, definitely not. The answer is they are at home now. Not they is. Is singular. When we are talking about more than one person, okay? or more than one thing, you would say they are. So if you got that correct, that's another tick. They are at home. All right, and the last one, the verb is do, okay? So we've got do versus does, okay? So she, her homework every day. She does her homework every day. So if you wrote down does, you would be correct. She does her homework every day. Remember, it's I do, you do, he, she, it does, we do, they do. So in this sense, she does her homework every day. Give yourself a mark out of 4 and let me know in the comments how many of those you got correct. Okay, I do have a final challenge for you all, if you like. So I want you to make your own 4 sentences, so 4 sentences that you need to do using be, have, do, and go. All right, so using the 4 most commonly used verbs in English, and you need to come up with your own sentences. Now, here are some that I already prepared earlier. So I did. I am tired. I have a cat. I do exercise. I go to the park. So those are the ones that I did. I want you to come up with your own 4 sentences. Now, yours don't have to be I. It's good to know because we do talk about ourselves a lot. But I would love if you extended yourself and tried to do we have, or they do exercise, or she goes shopping. So challenge yourself and have a go at doing lots of different sentences. You might even want to do more than 4. That's fantastic. If you want, put your sentences in the comments and I will get back to you and let you know if they're correct. Well, everybody, that's all we have time for today, unfortunately. Hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is one that you will keep going back to. I hope that you all took notes because these verbs are so important to learn, and you need to be able to conjugate them so that you can speak well in everyday sentences. Don't forget, everyone, to like and subscribe and click that bell so that you know if any new videos are coming up. And if you want to book your one-on-one lesson with me, then head on to the description. The link is in there. See you guys next time. And remember, practice makes progress. So keep speaking English and keep practicing.